Who doesn't remember the name Scottie Pippen? If you are not a Gen Z, you probably know the former American basketball player who played 17 seasons in the National Basketball Association, NBA, including 6 NBA championships with the Chicago Bulls, regarded as one of the best small forwards to ever play the position. But there is more to his story that you don't know. In this video, we will be taking a look at how tragedies, bad decisions, and conflicts led to the end of his era. This is what happened to Scottie Pippen. Let's begin. Early career and losing to the bad boy Pistons. A 6'8" small forward with a strong work ethic, quickness, and defensive prowess, Scottie Pippen was the ideal partner for Michael Jordan, his dynamic teammate and leading scorer. The Bulls selected Clemson University power forward Horace Grant in addition to Pippen. Early in the 1990s, the trio served as the foundation for their championship teams. Scottie Pippen made his first All-Star team in his third season with the Bulls, and the franchise elevated assistant coach Phil Jackson to head coach at the same time. By this time, the Bulls team was frequently playing in the postseason. However, the Detroit Pistons missed out on 3 consecutive years of postseason glory and trips to the NBA Finals. Jordan and Pippen, the Bulls' top scorers, were frequently left on the court destroyed by the bad boy Pistons' aggressive style of defense. In the postseasons of 1988 and 1989, the Bulls lost to Detroit. In 1990, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan led the Bulls to another best-of-7 series against the Detroit Pistons despite Scottie Pippen's recent loss of his father. Pippen struggled with a migraine headache in the critical Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals against Detroit and had one of his poorest performances. Many questioned Pippen's tenacity and commitment to pursuing a championship when the migraine game happened. Won a championship, but signed a bad contract. After defeating the Pistons in a 4-game sweep in 1991, Scottie Pippen and the Bulls advanced to the NBA Finals, where they faced the Magic Johnson-led Los Angeles Lakers. Los Angeles was viewed as the more seasoned team in comparison to the young Bulls, who were making their first trip to the NBA Finals. Los Angeles had won 5 NBA championships throughout the 1980s. After the first game in Chicago ended in defeat, Pippen was forced to guard Magic Johnson in an effort to stifle the Lakers' offense and pace. Johnson, who stood 6'9" and weighed 215 pounds and may be the biggest point guard in the NBA, was a good match for Scottie Pippen's size and pace. The tactic worked as intended. Magic and the entire Lakers team were held back offensively by Pippen's defense of Johnson. The Bulls won 4 straight games and their first of 6 titles in the decade with Michael Jordan free to score and Scottie Pippen in charge of the frontline defense. Pippen made the decision that his next contract, which was due to expire, would be longer than the 4-year deal he initially signed when he first entered the NBA. Scottie Pippen accepted a 5-year, $18 million contract 2 weeks after winning the title in order to secure his family's financial future and shield himself from injuries like those that have befallen his relatives. But what didn't know was that he would be troubled by his decision for the remainder of the decade. Scottie and the Bulls completed the three-peat, lost Jordan. The following 2 years would rank among Scottie Pippen's best in terms of basketball performance. The Bulls won 2 more championships in 1992 and 1993, making them the first team to do it since the Boston Celtics won 8 straight championships from 1959 to 1966. Pippen was on the first U.S. Olympic basketball squad with professional players after the 1992 NBA season. Dirk Nowitzki, a future NBA superstar and native of Germany, named Pippen as his favorite player when he was younger. The Bulls faced a shock when Michael Jordan, their star player, opted to switch from basketball to baseball after the 1993 season and another championship. With Jordan's departure, Scottie Pippen emerged as the team's undisputed top player, solidifying his superstar status. Pippen showcased his skills by leading the East to victory in the All-Star game, earning MVP honors. Despite the Bulls making it to the postseason, Pippen stirred controversy by refusing to participate in the closing seconds of Game 3 against the New York Knicks, leading to a warning from teammates. More children, more legal issues, more winning. Between 1994 and 1995, Scottie Pippen suffered in his personal life, leading to 2 arrests in 1.5 years on battery and gun possession charges that were later dropped. During this time, Taylor Pippen and Sierra Pippen were 2 of Pippen's children, and a woman named DeLeon and another woman dragged him to court to make him pay alimony and recognize them. Dennis Rodman stepped onto the court as a replacement for Horace Grant, who had moved on to the Orlando Magic. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan returned to the Bulls after a brief hiatus. Rodman, known for his enforcer role on the bad boy Pistons teams that clashed with Pippen's Bulls in the late 1980s, proved to be an exceptional replacement. The Bulls, with Rodman on board, set a regular season record with 72 victories in 1996, securing their first championship since 1993. Pippen, part of the 1996 men's basketball Olympic team, earned his second gold medal that summer. The Bulls continued their dominance, clinching 2 more championships in 1997 and 1998, completing their second three-peat of the decade and solidifying their place as one of the greatest teams in sports history. Scottie Pippen was included on the list of the 50 greatest players in NBA history compiled by the league in 1997 to celebrate the 50th NBA season. But that wasn't all. Pippen married Larsa Union in the same year. Scottie Pippen finally left the Chicago Bulls. In 1998, Scottie Pippen contributed to the Bulls' second three-peat, but now the 1991 deal he had signed was beginning to bite him in the, Pippen was the second best paid player on the Bulls, behind Michael Jordan, and the 16th highest paid player in the NBA a year after signing the contract. Scottie Pippen was the 6th best paid player on the team and the 122nd highest paid player in the league by the 1998 season, despite continuing to be the team's undisputed number 2 player after Michael Jordan, despite Pippen's protests over the course of the decade, including his public declaration that he would not play for the Bulls while recovering from a foot injury before the 1997-98 season. Bulls management had refused to renegotiate the contract. Throughout the 1990s, Scottie Pippen's name was frequently mentioned in trade rumors, most notably after he won his 5th championship. Jerry Krause, the general manager of the Bulls, tried to trade Scottie Pippen to the Toronto Raptors during the 1996-1997 offseason in exchange for Tracy McGrady, a high school talent. Scottie Pippen saw to it that he was ultimately given what he believed he was due. Scottie Pippen and the Bulls agreed to a sign and trade with the Houston Rockets on January 22, 1999. After agreeing to a 5-year, $67.2 million contract with the Bulls, he was transferred to the Houston Rockets right away. Retirement and life. Scottie Pippen signed a contract in 2003 to serve as a veteran presence in Chicago, but he left the team after a disappointing season. He is currently employed by ESPN as a commentator for the basketball show The Jump. Larsa Pippen and Pippen had 4 children together, but in 2016, Scottie filed for divorce, claiming she had been unfaithful to him. After taking part in The Last Dance, a documentary describing the Chicago Bulls' success in the 1990s, Pippen received greater media attention in 2020. Pippen apparently disapproved of the way he was perceived and the remarks Michael Jordan made about him. Pippen was defended by Dennis Rodman and others, but only the future can tell if the legends will ever get along again. Moving on, one of the most dangerous fears a parent has is the loss of a kid. On April 18, 2021, Scottie Pippen lost his oldest child, Antron Pippen, at the age of 33, turning his worst dread into a reality. When Pippen posted on Instagram to share the news of his son's passing, he mentioned the illness that killed his child. Antron suffered from chronic asthma, and if he hadn't had it, I truly believe he would have made it to the NBA. He never let that get him down, though. Antron stayed positive and worked hard, and I am so proud of the man that he became. And due to all these events, one can say that Scottie's life turned dark and darker still. And that is it for today's video. I hope you found it interesting. Make sure to give it a like and share it. Leave your opinions in the comments and subscribe to our channel down below. Tap on the bell icon so you never miss any upload. Let us know in the comment section, which player do you want to know about next? I will see you in the next video.